It's not you. You're not the problem. It's the pattern is a problem. It's the shop that's the problem. It's the AI that's the problem. You guys, Etsy is overrun with AI patterns and we need to talk about it. So, I don't know if you have been shopping for crochet patterns recently. Recently, I got into sewing and I've been looking at sewing patterns. I'm sure this is going on with knitting patterns, felt craft, just pretty much any kind of digital product that you can see on Etsy. AI has taken over, and I have some things that I need to say about this. So, first of all, when I was even looking for a video on this topic, you know what pops up? Literally dozens of creators telling you to go to Etsy, put AI slop out there and sell it, and you can make so much money on digital products selling your AI stuff. And I was like, what is going on? I'm looking for people like me who are crafters who don't want the AI stuff. And there's people out here convincing other people to go out here and list AI stuff on Etsy. Once you start noticing that there are AI listings, they kind of all look similar, and you can realize that they're a little bit easier to spot. I'm going to talk about this as a crochet designer myself, also as a consumer or a buyer of patterns, both crochet and sewing patterns. From my understanding, I have not purchased any of these patterns. I work really hard to look at the listings, and I'll tell you exactly how I do that to make sure that I don't buy an AI pattern. But if you have bought an AI pattern, please let us know in the comments what was your experience with it, or even list the shop name so we can avoid it. What's happening is people are using AI maybe to generate photos. They are stealing other people's photos, they're stealing other people's designs. I don't know if they're using AI to create the digital product itself to come up with the patterns. I don't even think these patterns actually work. From what I've seen on Facebook and like Pinterest, sometimes there's like some free AI patterns going around, so I can kind of see what's going on without having spent any money on some yet. And from what it looks like as a crochet designer and someone who's been crocheting for a long time, it is obvious that these patterns that they're working out, like the stitch counts, the rows, and things like that, are not going to give you the final product that the picture shows that you're going to get. And how this is a problem on Etsy is people are spending their hard-earned money on these patterns thinking that they're getting something that they can create that's going to give them this end product, when in reality the pattern actually doesn't work. The stitch counts aren't right. They get something that's completely different. And this is an issue, especially with crochet and knit and projects like this, is people are spending not only their hard-earned money on the pattern itself, but they're also going out and buying the yarn. They're spending their time. You know how long it takes to crochet something? You know how expensive fabric is? They're cutting the fabric. What are you going to do with it when the pattern doesn't work? So it's not only the $5 pattern, and a lot of the AI places on the shops are like really cheap, so maybe a $2 pattern. It's not just that. It's the yarn, the time, the fabric, other things, the disappointment. You're going to end up thinking, oh, I don't even know how to crochet, when in reality, it's not you. You're not the problem. It's the pattern is the problem. It's the shop that's the problem. It's the AI that's the problem. So these buyers on Etsy are getting scammed, and I don't think Etsy really cares. From what I've seen, there's hundreds and thousands of shops popping up overnight with all these listings overnight selling patterns that are not really, they don't really work, or they're stealing from other designers. So let's talk about the stealing. So basically, what I've seen from crocheters that I know, that I've talked to, other designers, is these shops are taking other people's listings, and they're not directly stealing the photo, although I've seen people do that too. They're taking the photo, putting it through AI, popping out the same photo, but it looks a little bit different. It has like some random generated face on the pattern. They changed the colors or something, which, problem in itself. You can't just steal someone's photo and put it through AI. That's like, I feel like that's crazy. Where's the consent? There's no consent. First of all, you're sending my face through AI. So AI has it now? Like, what does that even mean? And then on top of that, since they're using their pattern, I have never bought a pattern, like I said, but Where are they getting what are they selling you? Are they going to steal your same exact copyrighted pattern and listing that? Are they using AI generated patterns that don't work and are scamming people using your face? Because maybe it's not exactly your face, but if I saw maybe you on Instagram and you have the same pattern because they stole it, and now I don't trust you because I think your pattern doesn't work, when in reality it wasn't even your pattern. So that's a big problem too. When we think about it the other way, maybe I see your pattern on Instagram and I go on Etsy and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the same pattern as the one that I saw from this designer. Let me go buy it. Turns out it's the fake pattern. So who is losing here? The buyer, me, because I'm getting a fake pattern, the designer, because I wanted to support them and purchase their pattern, and now they lost out on the sale because I bought it from some AI shop. And then who wins in here? Just the AI shop owner and Etsy. Etsy's winning. They're getting percentage of everything. So I think this is a real problem all the way around. And the only people who are winning here are the AI shop owners who are popping up overnight and Etsy. So what do I think this means? Do I think that designers are going to quit designing? Maybe. As someone who posts free patterns, all of my patterns that I make, I list for free on my blog, and I also have them available as a PDF on Etsy. And I'll tell you from my experience of what this means to me. I've been selling Etsy for about 2 years now, and right before AI kind of took off, I was growing, my Etsy shop was growing. It wasn't like popping off like crazy, but it was consistent and I could count on some income from that all the time. And it's been helpful, as a stay-at-home mom. And ever since kind of the AI slop shops have been popping up, I can definitely say that my sales have been going down, or they have not been growing. They've been stagnant, they've been a little bit lower, but they definitely have not been growing. And what I think to blame is, one, people stealing my designs and posting them as their own. Two, people losing trust in Etsy and not shopping on the platform anymore, which the only good thing about Etsy was that it would have traffic. You didn't have to bring your own traffic. It was a great way for designers to sell their patterns. You can ask any designer. Etsy is kind of worth it as far as the fees go because they do bring the traffic. But not anymore because people don't trust Etsy. It is a little bit discouraging as a designer to want to create new, unique patterns and put them out in the world, knowing that pretty much as soon as you put it out there, someone's going to come and steal it. They're going to run it through AI so they can say that it's not the same and profit off of your hard work. And so it's a little bit discouraging as a designer. It makes you not that motivated to design more patterns. And at the end of the day, the whole community loses out because the designers quit designing. There's no new inspiration, no new, patterns to try, no real art. It's just, I don't know if I'm using the right word, but it really is it just is down on all levels. So what else does this mean as a designer is I think that social platforms are more important than ever. It's really important as a designer and as a consumer to follow those shops that you know are legit. There's a button on Etsy where you can follow the shop. You can follow them also on their socials, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. Some of them have me. I have an email list also where you can trust that the designer is actually designing these crochet patterns that you're purchasing. They're getting them tested. All of my patterns are tested. Is AI testing the patterns? No, they're not. So once you follow these designers, you can see that the designs are tested. You can trust the pattern. You can feel more comfortable about purchasing that pattern. So I think it's really important as a designer to grow your audience, connect with your audience, show your audience that your patterns are legit, that you're getting them tested, that you're spending the time, that you're not using AI. Even though you are a real designer, you're not using AI to come up with your patterns and, losing their trust. You can see that their photos are legit. So the easiest way for me to spot AI patterns as someone who is purchasing them, scrolling through, browsing, looking at them, there's a few things that you need to check. First of all, is the picture too perfect looking? From AI pictures, usually they're like super, focused, and then the background's all blurry. It's like really beautiful, but it's also not real. Once you see a beautiful photo, I'm not saying to like take ugly photos for your listings or just trust the ugly photos, but you really have to take a second look at a few other things. Zoom in on the stitches. Do they actually look like crochet stitches? It's easier once you're not a beginner because you can kind of see, you know what stitches look like and you know what stitches don't look like. But as these beginners are looking for patterns, these are some other things that you could do. On Etsy, you can click on the shop and it'll tell you, oh, this shop has been on Etsy for 3 months. And they also have 150 listings. Something like that is a red flag. A shop is not going to pop up in 3 months and have 150 new crochet patterns to sell if it's not AI. Another thing to look at is, what do their listings look like? Are they all kind of similar in design? Do they kind of look the same, like the same person was taking the picture? Do they all have different backgrounds? Do they all have different people in it? Those are going to be the red flags. You want to see some consistency in the listings to be able to trust the shop. Another thing when you're looking at the shop is there's like an about me section. You can look and see who is the owner of the shop and read a little paragraph that they've written. The AI ones that I've seen, they look obviously fake and their paragraphs are so generic. They're like, oh, we love to crochet, we love to share crochet patterns, blah, blah, blah. And like, that's it. Other real designers are like, hey, I've been crocheting for like 5 years. This is me. I live here. This is what I like to do. They're a little bit more detailed that AI won't be able to come up with that. And there's a picture of them. Another thing that you should check out on Etsy is the reviews. I if a shop doesn't have like a 4 to 5 star review overall, I'm not going to purchase from them. Reviews are so important for small businesses, so I get why we are really like, we get our feelings hurt if we don't get the 5 star review, but they're really good for consumers. If I see a shop has like a 3 star, 3.5 star review, I'm going to go ahead and click on those reviews. And when I read them, they're going to say, oh, this pattern, it didn't work out. This part didn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to, the red flags are going to go off in my head and I'm going to have to keep doing a deeper search to see, is this pattern legit? Is this even a good pattern? I think it's really important for AI. The only thing I wish that we could do as consumers of Etsy and things like this is, once we see AI patterns, I wish we could just report it without having to purchase it first and then write a review. I wish there was a way to just report, hey, this listing is fake, or this listing copyrighted this other person that we know of. Etsy makes it so difficult to try and claim your own patterns being stolen. You can't report for other people. You have to report it yourself. You can't just report something without purchasing it first and writing a review. Like, there's no way to warn people without spending your own money first, which I think is such a hard thing, because how can we warn each other besides this video? So hopefully this video helps. I would also recommend you look at the shop name, just type it in Google and see if there's any socials that pop up. Then you could see if it's a legit designer. Then when you find their social, this is like taking it to the next level, click on their profile, go to the link directly from their profile, and they're going to have the right link there for you. When you go from people's profiles and click the link to go to their shop, you can trust that that's going to be their actual shop with the actual listing. When you purchase it, you're going to get the actual pattern. So this is a little bit upsetting to me as a designer, but, and I'll tell you, I'm not that worried about designers in general and consumers, because there are other platforms, which I'm going to tell you about right now, that are anti-AI and doing their best to remove these AI listings a little bit better than Etsy's removing the AI listings. These are Ravelry, which is like the #1 place to shop for crochet and knit and fiber patterns. They have a huge library. You can filter through what type of yarn you want, what type of pattern, what type of construction, if you want to work top down, bottom up, crochet, knit. Just the most huge library of patterns is Ravelry, and they don't allow AI. So that's one I recommend. Another one is Ribbler. I know Ribbler's a little bit different as far as you can't actually download a PDF pattern. You just have to work off of the app. But again, they are super vocal about not allowing AI on their platforms. So you can trust that the AI is there's not going to be any AI patterns there. Those are like the only two platforms I know of that you can list or find patterns on. If you guys know of any others in just in general, please let me know in the comments and let everyone else know so we can shop there and browse there and find some alternatives to just looking on Etsy. I guess the last one I can mention is if a designer has their own website and social, and that kind of goes back to before where if you know the designer, then you could shop their own website and you could trust that, it's not going to be AI. So here's what I'm planning on doing. I have a Ribbler and I have a Ravelry, but I have only uploaded maybe one or two patterns on each of the platforms. I haven't really focused on that. But what I'm going to do, and hopefully you can follow along, is I'm going to slowly start adding all of my patterns onto one platform at a time. And then I'm really going to just test the waters and see, is this worth it? Will this help support my business? Would I recommend this for someone who is also a crochet designer to move platforms or just add another platform? So I'm going to let you in on all of that, let you know if it's worth it, if my income raised or not, and how I feel about the platform. And I hope you follow along. I'm going to start with Ribbler and then I'm going to move on to Ravelry. And if you have any other platforms, please let me know. I would love to cover them. Now, if you are looking for some legit patterns, for one, I recommend, always try a free pattern because at the end of the day, at least you're not spending money on the pattern. There are reputable places where you can find free patterns. One, my website, willymamacrochet.com, has free patterns. And then also all of the yarn brands have a huge library of free patterns. There are also other blogs who have been around for years who have free patterns. And so just always go and check their About Me section and just see how long the article has been up. See if there are reviews. Ravelry, the platform I was talking about, has people list out their projects and you could see that actual people have made the project and have been successful with it. So you know that this pattern will work for you. So besides those free patterns, I also have an Etsy shop if you're interested. All my patterns are tested and I keep coming out with new patterns all the time if you want to follow me. If there's a pattern that you really want some advice on, send me a message and I'll give you my straight up advice if, oh, I think this is an AI pattern or not. I think it's really important that we stick together and we just push through this. Hopefully, in the future, there are other ways to spot AI and AI gets removed from platforms like this where we're depending on the trust of a platform. So let me know, guys. Have you ever purchased an AI pattern? Have you ever got a pattern that wasn't what you were expecting to make? Have you ever spent the money and lost the money and just felt discouraged about something? Please let me know your experience. Please let us know if there's any other red flags that you think we should be aware of. I really don't want this community to die with AI taking over. I don't think it will take over everything, but I do think that it's damaging. And that's kind of just the blunt of it. So let me know what you guys think. If there are any other topics you want me to cover or give some advice on, please let me know in the comments. Just let me know what you think in general. And please follow, subscribe, like, comment, do all the things, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.